Hello and welcome to another episode of the Illustrator tutorial in which we will cover the 7 tips to master typography. So without further ado, let's dive into Adobe Illustrator. The first tip, never use fonts more than 2. For example, let's create a text. Let's choose the type tool and a Helvetica, bold and 24. Okay. Heading. And let's just select the type, and then I will change its appearance or style to this regular, decrease its size to 12. Now what I'll do, I'll just resize this. I have currently used only one font. Let's use another one. Over here I will use the Pathfinder and then heavy. Let's use the heavy one. Now let's go and create another one. This time I will change another font, and here we can see I have choose this one, and let's go over here and I will choose this one. Here we can see if we use a lot of fonts, then it is not conveying the proper message. This is looking much more better than previous one. So the conclusion is that we have to use very minimalistic fonts. Now the second tip is the size of the fonts. We have to make sure that our heading is double the size of our paragraphs. That is, currently we have the 12 in our paragraph and we have the heading with the size 24. Now let's dive into another tip, that is, never use the font stroke. What I mean is, I'll just duplicate this, and over here I will increase its size, and let's change its stroke to yellow or red. Okay, and I will duplicate this. This does not look good, so what we can do is we can remove the stroke. So never use the stroke. And another tip is that never stretch the font. What I mean is, if we have this kind of fonts, and I will just duplicate this or whatever font you have, and in here I will use sub. I will place this over here, and don't do this. This is not good looking. What we can do instead of this is we can increase its size by just click and drag. I will place this both side by side and we can see the difference. I'll just for this I will just click and then drag, and for this I will just stretch out. In this too, this does not look good, so never stretch the font. And another tip is spacing. What is spacing? Let's start with this example. For this example, what we can do is I will just decrease its size by just click and drag, and then I'll just Alt and then the right arrow key. I will increase the space between the letters. By this way, we can use the space between our letterings. Now for another, what we can do is we have to maintain the space between the lines. For that, let's go and click this one and go to character, and we can increase or decrease the gaps. And we have to keep in mind that the spacing between the headings and the paragraph is also essential. So I will just increase this by just using the up arrow key. If you want to increase the gap by just tiny bit, then you can use the up arrow, and if you want to increase with the bigger gaps, then you can use the shift. It will increase the gap with a specific manner. Maintain the space between the heading and the paragraph. And another tip is that we have to maintain the text line, whether it is going irregular or not. We have to make sure that there is no irregular gaps between the lines. what I mean to say is, if you have a text something like this, and let's go and choose this. Here are irregular spaces between the lines. We have to make sure that there is a effective gap between the lines. Now time for another tip, that is justification. What is justification? For that I will just use the type T, and that is type tool, and I will just make some fonts, and let's go over here and I will just use the 18. For now let's go over here, and here we can see it is aligned to left, it is aligned to center and right. I prefer aligned to left because it is easier to read. Now the last step is alignment. What is alignment? Okay, I'll just zoom in, and what I will do is I will just create, that is heading and then subheading. Okay, and what I will do is I will just copy this using the Alt key and place it randomly. Okay, these texts are scattered and it does not look good. So what we can do is, at first let's select all of this, and then I will choose a key text in reference with, it will align. I will just select this, and then I will choose the vertical align. Let's maintain the space. Here we can see the alignment has made the text readable and it's better. And for another, what we can do is I will just place it randomly over here, and again I will just select this, and this, and I will make the key this one, and I will align it horizontally in the left. This looks pretty good. So alignment also plays a vital role in a typography. By these steps, you can definitely increase your typography skills. Follow all the tips and you will definitely have a good command in typography. Thanks for watching, guys. If you like this video, then don't forget to hit the like button, and I will be waiting for your comments. So don't forget to comment down below. Thanks for watching again. In next video, we will cover the color themes.